Hi guys, welcome back. I am about to play a video diary that I recorded while I was still in Costa Rica, when I was talking about like what happened after or when I went to the river with a boy. And it gets good if you really want to learn a lot about me. Watch. And I just wanted to come on here though first and say that I talk a lot about a pattern that at the time I recorded it was very much something that I had a recurring pattern that I've had like almost my entire life since I was little. And when I recorded it, it was still very much a pattern. And I just in case people decide to actually comment on this video, I just want to let you know that this is actually no longer a pattern, which I'm really happy to be able to tell you. Wow, it's massive for me. It's really big for me. Um, Actually, this night I knew when it happened, but also it became more and more clear that the night that of the river, I knew that that was going to be the last time that pattern ever came in front of me. Maybe I'll get tested here and there, but no, that I knew that would be the end. And I actually sat with ayahuasca for 3 nights following my trip to Costa Rica, and I found out exactly where that pattern came from, how it started. I'm actually going to be doing a podcast with a friend of mine to talk about it because it's really deep, really juicy, really vulnerable. But yeah, anyway, if you want to learn a whole lot about me, keep watching this video, and thank you for tuning in. Okay, wow. I guess I owe you guys some more daily adventures in my diary. So the last we spoke, I was gonna go to the river with a boy. Yeah, so we went to this beautiful river. This was in Alegría Village, like right within walking distance to it. So beautiful, like multiple pools to jump in. This guy was really nice, really kind. I actually felt really comfortable opening up to him about everything, about being being me and sharing my journey, and because it felt like an opportunity to help each other. Clearly, like I think people are drawn to each other for reasons. There's something. Either it's like you're drawn to them because they have something that you admire and you want, or it's something that you have within yourself. It's like trauma bonding, you know? So I think that there was a little bit of like trauma bonding that we were able to really connect on. And this was specifically around sexuality. And what's interesting is that he chose to take his path of sexuality and turn it into like a sex positive, like learn Tantra, learn, really get into like the BDSM world, and which is a lot like Tantra because it's a lot of communication and being open minded and knowing, talking about the boundaries and talking about everything. So I can really see, like, we talked a lot for a long time about it all. It's actually me. I felt like I got a course on both BDSM and Tantra. It was actually amazing. It was an incredible interaction that I had. I was so happy that I said yes, because I got this whole lesson. And yeah, it was really cool to be so open vocally about the things that I have experienced around sexuality, things that I experienced when I was younger, sexual traumas, and how it affects me now. And it was really therapeutic to just kind of lay everything out and talk about um, also my journey currently around sexuality and how I'm kind of doing the opposite of him. He's kind of like having sex with everyone and learning a lot about it so that he could then, I think, turn around and teach others. Where I am more on the I'm finally after I'm 41 and I just recently see my body as a temple. I I I just, because of everything that has occurred in my life around sex and sexuality, like um, I didn't see it as such, and I finally. It took me a long time to get here, but I finally not only recognize but like claim my worth and my value and know how powerful my energy is. And that in combination with the temple that is my body, I'm now doing the exact opposite of him, and I'm more on the celibate side. Like if you are lucky enough to for me to choose you to be intimate with, like you should really take that as a very, very high compliment because I'm being very selective around that. And it feels really good because I'm just continuing to recognize what's important to me and my value and my worth um, and how powerful my energy is. So, yeah. And if you guys want me to go more into detail about things around sex and sexuality, I actually have a lot of things to say about it since this has been a big part of my journey. I actually want to say this really quick before I hop off. There's reasons why you're watching this right now, and so I have a pattern that I recognize and I know, and it's not something that I am 100% good with. I don't know how I want to say that, but it is still a pattern, and it's something that I know that I do, and I am actively really, really trying to stop it from happening. And so I keep getting, I mean, I've had this exact scenario, this exact pattern happen since I was little because of this is my lesson, and it's pretty deep because it's been happening since I was little. But I'm just gonna be super vulnerable and tell you what that is. So this is what occurs for me. Um, okay, you ready? I don't know if I'm ready to tell you all this. All right, it has to do with pleasure. Um, there's someone who expresses their sexual interest in me, and for whatever reason, doesn't matter what that reason is, I say no. I don't want anything sexual to happen. And then they don't listen to my boundary and they start trying to convince me that I do want it. And whatever it is that they're doing starts turning me on. And even though it's something that I don't want to do, because I start feeling the pleasure of it, I kind of just allow it to keep happening. And I allow it to happen. And then afterwards, I'm like, why did I allow that to happen? I allow my boundary to be crossed. And then I'm left feeling disappointed in myself, disappointed in them, and I allow this pattern to continue to happen. But I remember this moment. It was like, I think I was probably in, I don't know, first grade. I was sitting like close to or in front of this boy. And I remember what he looked like. It was like this little black boy. I want to say his name was just Jason, but I could totally be making that up. I think I'm making that up, his name. But he like started like rubbing on me, and I didn't want it to happen because I knew it was wrong. We were in school, like, sitting there like reading time, like on the floor. And I felt him kind of like rubbing on me, and I didn't want it to happen, but it started a feeling inside of me, and so I did kind of want it to still happen, and so I allowed it to happen, and then afterwards I like didn't feel good about it, and that literally has continuing to happen up until like fucking yesterday. Not yesterday, a couple of days ago, but yeah, it's still happening. The same scenario. So crazy how patterns work. Um, so anyway, I just wanted to share that. And again, it's still something. It's like something I am very aware of, and I will put a stop to this, especially since it's now like very aware and in my space. Um, it's like finding the willpower against the temptation and the desire of feeling pleasure when it's not the place where I want to receive that pleasure. Yeah, that's something. Another thing that I'm working on around sex is around attention. Oops. Okay. Maybe I'm not supposed to talk about this anymore. Like, I think I'm actually good with this one, but it is around going after the attention of someone instead of just being okay with being alone. But that one almost doesn't even seem right to talk about anymore because I think I'm good with that one now. But I definitely have gone through, it's all connected. I'm going to go now. I'll come back and tell you about the rest of my trip.